My name's Katie Brown. I am 28 years old and I am a millennial.
All right, so let's talk about your social media accounts. So just like, I don't know, tell me about them, like how many you have, what's your favorite, like what kind you have, what you use them for.
Sure. I've got a Facebook account, I've got a Tumblr account, and I've got a YouTube account. I'm not sure if that one really counts as social media. All three of them, I'm like very passive with it. I don't post a lot of content on any of them. Like YouTube, I just made it so that I could like create playlists of like 90s music. Tumblr, I'm like just passively scrolling. I'm like following my friends on there and seeing what kind of like fandoms they're into. And even with Facebook, I don't really like make like a lot of, I don't like post a lot of like videos or photos or anything. I used to when I first got into it, but now it's more, I really like use that for like the Facebook Messenger, because like everyone has Facebook Messenger, and I use it to like create events and stuff, and just especially now since we're all quarantined, I use it to like create like a lot of like virtual events.
So did you have social media growing up?
Not really. It was kind of a phenomenon when I was in like middle school. People had MySpace accounts and like LiveJournal accounts. I didn't get a Facebook until I was like a senior in high school, because I wanted to keep in touch with everyone who was leaving. I always thought of it as just like a fad, because it was like MySpace is the hot new thing and now it's dead. And I was like, haha, I never got on the MySpace train, and I never thought I would get on the Facebook train either, but here I am.
How do you think like having social media like affected you growing up? Like having it introduced to you in like middle school?
It was like, internet was like the hot new phenomenon. Like we had like computer classes in middle school, but it was still treated as like this novelty. We, and like most millennials, I would say, kind of grew up without it, so we kind of got the benefit of like forming our own identity before like Facebook came along.
What was your opinion of social media like before joining, and then like how has that changed over the years?
So yeah, before joining, I definitely thought it was like just like a distraction, not like anything really important. It was just like I had like just like a frivolous, fun pastime, I think. And that opinion has definitely soured over the years. I'm like kind of angry how Facebook has so much influence now, and it's still going strong. And it was able to like influence an election. I think that's insane. It was able to get away with it too, because it's just people posting random stuff. It doesn't have to be like regulated or anything. Ultimately though, I think my opinion's worsened.
Okay, well that kind of goes into the next question, where it's why do you use social media? Like what first attracted you to it or convinced you to make it?
When I was going off to college the first time, I got it beforehand so that I could keep in touch with all my friends in high school.
Okay. I guess you kind of already talked about what you like and dislike about social media.
Yeah, so again, what I like about it is it makes it very simple to keep in touch with people. I'm a lot more likely to message somebody back than call them. It's nice to be able to check in on how people are doing. It's like having like access to everyone's photo albums, basically. So I like that about it. I just like the aggressive marketing that they are doing, and how people can just kind of post anything without consequence. It seems like all the fake news going around Facebook was a little much. They say like the more you scroll through Facebook, you can get like kind of sad looking how nice people's lives are. I remember like there was one like Saturday morning, I like woke up feeling pretty good. Didn't have like anything to do, so I just like was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw like everyone's posting about how they're like buying houses and having kids and getting married and like traveling the world, and I was just like, oh, what am I doing? I'm just scrolling. I'm just lying on my bed scrolling through Facebook because I have nothing better to do.
Do you follow any influencers or celebrities? And like, what do you think about people who are like social media famous?
No, I do follow, there are a couple authors have Tumblrs, and so I follow Tamora Pierce and Neil Gaiman on Tumblr. Again, I don't really follow any influencers, but I do follow celebs and lesser like internet celebs on YouTube, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you're able to game the system, good for you. I don't want to like throw too much judgment out there because it does seem like a very hollow line of work. I don't have the highest opinion of social media famous. You're kind of giving like a wrong impression to people. It just doesn't, I just don't see what good it does. It just seems to be kind of feeding into this whole FOMO thing.
Okay, yeah, that kind of goes into the next question, which is where do you think social media is going in the future?
I don't see it backpedaling. You know, I feel like internet's the future, and technology's the future. I don't see it getting smaller. I would hope to see it being more accountable.
So what's your best or like worst social media memory? Like any stories you have about social media?
I think in the young days of Facebook, back when people weren't so self-conscious about posting like dumbass shit on Facebook, I remember just like going down like really dumb conversations with people. Like you would comment on a picture and someone would reply, and then like all of your friends would like kind of join in, and it's kind of like you're creating a joke together.
All right, well, thank you so much, Katie. Those were really good. That was really good.
All right.